Welcome to GrowifyLabs. This one is the most practical video in the series, how to actually write content so AI engines cite it. Not strategy, the concrete structure, backed by the data on what gets pulled and what gets skipped. If you write content and you want it in AI answers, this is the format. Let's get into it. Start with the mechanism, because it dictates everything. AI engines don't read your page like a person. They break content into chunks and retrieve the specific passages that answer a subquery. So a beautifully flowing article where the answer is woven through 6 paragraphs is hard for a machine to lift cleanly. A page where each section is a self-contained, clearly labeled answer is easy. The writing that wins in AI search is more structured and more direct than the writing that used to win. And that's a genuine adjustment for good writers. 4 things, each backed by evidence. 1. Question-led headings in sequence. AirOps found that pages with sequential, question-based heading structures earned roughly 2.8 times more AI citations, and that headings closely matching the query were cited about 41% of the time, versus 29% for weak matches. Write your headings as the questions your audience actually asks. 2. Answer directly, immediately, under each heading. State the answer in the first sentence or two, then elaborate. The inverted pyramid. Answer first, detail after. This is the single most ignored rule, and it's the one Retrieval rewards most. 3. Write in self-contained chunks. Each section should make sense lifted out on its own, without needing the 3 paragraphs above it for context. Aim for tight, modular passages, often just 40 to 60 words for a core answer, that a system can pull cleanly into an answer. 4. Include specifics the model can quote. The KDD 2024 research on generative engine optimization found that adding citations, quotations from credible sources, and statistics boosted a source's visibility in AI answers by up to around 40%. Concrete numbers, named sources, direct data. These are exactly what gets lifted. Vague, unquantified claims give the model nothing to cite. One more, because it's easy and it matters. Recency is a citation signal. AirOps found pages updated within about 3 months were roughly 3 times more likely to be cited. So build updating into your process. A visible last updated discipline, refreshed data, current examples. A page you wrote once and forgot is a page slowly going quiet. Let me give you the actual shape of a citable page. Open with the topic and a 2 to 3 sentence direct summary of the whole answer. This often gets pulled wholesale. Then a series of question-led H2s, each opening with a direct answer and then supporting detail with specifics and a source. Use tables for comparisons, they're highly liftable. Close with a genuine FAQ answering the adjacent sub-questions the fan-out will generate. That structure is machine-friendly, and done well, still reads cleanly for a human. Briefly, avoid burying the answer under a long preamble. The "let me tell you a story before I get to the point" intro is death for Retrieval. Avoid vague hedging with no concrete claim to cite. And don't keyword stuff the headings. Write them as real questions, because matching the actual query is what the data rewards, not cramming terms. So honestly, the content that gets cited is structured, direct, specific, and fresh. Question-led headings, answer-first paragraphs, self-contained chunks, real numbers and sources, kept current. It's a genuine shift from the flowing long form that used to win. More structured, less throat-clearing. Write for the machine's retrieval and the human's skim at the same time, and you'll get pulled into answers you're currently missing. If you want your priority pages restructured this way, that's part of our content and AI visibility work. Link below. Thank you for listening. If this was useful, follow GrowifyLabs. We publish multiple videos on this every week. And tell me in the comments, what's the hardest habit to break? Burying the answer or writing headings as statements instead of questions? I read every reply.